Hey, what's happening, guys? We are doing something incredible today. We are making some zero carb keto cheese bread. Yes, you heard that right. Zero carb cheesy keto bread is what we've got going on today. And let me tell you, this stuff is incredibly flavorful. It's got the perfect amount of chewiness to it. And in my opinion, it's just straight up addicting. If you make this thing once, you'll be making it again and again and again. That's how good it is. So with that being said, let's jump right into the recipe. Make some low carb, cheesy keto bread. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Then we're going to crack and add 2 large eggs into a medium-sized bowl. Now, once we've added those to the bowl, we're going to use a fork to whiskify those yolks until they combine with the whites. Now that we've got that taken care of, we're going to add some mozzarella cheese to the mix, and I recommend shredding it yourself because you'll save yourself the carbs that you normally find in pre-shredded cheese. Anyways, for today's keto cheese bread recipe, we want to add 2 cups or 224 grams of that cheese to our bowl. So now that we've added that, we're going to add some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and for our cheesy keto bread, 1.5 cups or 145 grams of it will be the perfect amount. Then when we got that taken care of, we're going to add some flavor to our keto bread by adding a 1/2 teaspoon or 2 grams of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon or 2 grams of garlic powder, and just a tiny pinch of Italian seasoning. So once we've got those seasonings added, we want to get our spatula out and spatulize all those ingredients together until a crumbly consistency forms. Then when it does, we want to roll up our sleeves and get our hands a bit dirty and use them to form a ball of dough out of the crumbles. Now, once we've got a ball of dough going on, something like this, like I've got in my hands, we're going to add that back to our bowl and set it aside. At this point, we're going to get out an 11x7 tray to bake our cheesy keto bread in. And the first thing we want to do to the tray is add a little bit of water to it so that the parchment paper that we're about to add to it stays in place once we add it to our tray. All right, so once we've got that parchment paper in place, we're going to coat it with some non-stick baking spray and add our ball of dough to it. Now, as you're seeing here, you want to work the dough and press it out evenly throughout the pan before cooking it in the oven. That said, you should end up with a tray of cheesy dough that looks something like this once you press it out. Then, when that's looking good, we're going to bake our keto cheese bread for around 25 minutes. After that amount of time, our cheese bread should have a nice golden top to it, so we can go ahead and get it out of the oven and let it cool down to room temperature. Then, after it cools, we can bring it back over to our work area and use a pizza cutter to cut our cheesy keto bread into 8 to 10 pieces. And then check this out, guys. Look how absolutely delicious this stuff turns out. The flavor is so incredible to it, and it has just the perfect amount of chewiness to it. Seriously, as far as keto bread recipes go, this cheesy bread has got to be one of the best ones you can make, and pairing it with some keto pizza sauce takes it to a whole different level of deliciousness. Anyways, as always, for more info on today's keto cheese bread recipe, check out the video description below, and I hope you like it.